Good evening, gentlemen. Your briefly may now begin.
Welcome to a special Gentleman's Briefly here today. We are going to discuss one of the most hyped shows of the year, of the last couple of years, to be honest. We're going to talk about Shōgun today. And today, of course, I have my guy Jordan in the house. What's up, man?
I'm happy to be here. I'm excited about this one too. Very excited.
Yes, sir. Um, if you don't know, me and Jordan have been talking about this just on the low between each other. Just when it first came out, we were like, yo, we got to watch this. So definitely been excited about it. So we're just going to basically talk about, highlights, things we liked about the show, things of that nature. But before we do that, we need to get the spoiler warnings out the way. I mean, I don't know why you would click on a recap podcast without seeing the show yet, but hey, you got to get your legalized spoiler warnings out there. So Libra, go ahead and hit him with the spoiler warning.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but there is a strange phenomenon happening. I think it's a spoiler. Proceed with caution.
All right. Jordan, show has been great so far. We had 5 episodes.
Yeah,
I think the show is 8 or 10 episodes total.
I believe it is 10. I think this is the halfway mark.
I think you're right. I meant to look that up, but yeah. We're at the halfway mark. How are you feeling about the show so far?
Man, to be honest, I didn't even know the show was like even a thing until the Super Bowl. The
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl was what really got the attention. Like I was like, oh, what show is this? And I saw the preview, and I was like, oh, I'm watching this day one. Like
Yeah.
day one, it had to be it. Um, Dude, the show has been absolutely amazing. From
Yeah.
the set to the costumes to the story to the action to the rawness of it. Like this is like some HBO level. And I know a lot of comparisons have been to like to Game of Thrones, but
Yeah.
like this is some HBO level, product. Like this is good. And like
Yeah.
FX, they are doing their thing with this one. Uh I I have heard everyone's that I've talked to so far, like everyone's loved it. Like I haven't met not one person, and I actually met somebody. So I didn't know the show was based off a book, and then I
Yeah.
didn't know that the show already had a show out. I think it was like in the
Mm-hmm.
'70s or the '80s. And
Yeah.
I have someone that I know that's currently kind of watching them concurrently, and it was like, yeah, they made some subtle changes to this newest series, but man, it has been amazing so far. What you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's like you said, Game of Thrones vibes are everywhere. Like the level of detail, the level of like understanding the culture and like staying true to the culture. And like
Yeah,
again, like you said, speaking Japanese, only speaking the English for those who actually speak English. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like it's just so like, and I'm a person like I love Japan. I love Japan history, Japanese history. I love everything about it. So seeing this show like really dives into a very like interesting period in Japanese history. And so
yeah,
like then bringing back the Shogun, which apparently wasn't a thing till like hundreds of years before Shogun was a thing. And apparently Shogun was like you were like the military, you were basically the leader of the country, and then the emperor was like it was a cool little fate. It was somebody propped up, but really the
yeah.
Shogun ran the show, and they're kind of bringing it back with this. So yeah, just the acting, man. Like, Blackthorn killing it.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, Rico, like the interpreter.
Yeah. Like I so before this show, I was watching uh the Godzilla show. So I was watching Monarch,
Mm,
and like I said, when I saw the trailer, the main girl, Mariko, she's
yeah.
also the main girl in Monarch. And so I was like,
Oh,
oh
okay.
shoot, like I didn't even know she spoke Japanese into this show.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's funny, I was talking to somebody else and they was like, I didn't even know she spoke English. So it's like I think she, if she isn't already, her name is like Anna Siwa.
Yeah.
If she's not already kind of a big star, I think she's going to
Oh, yeah.
be huge.
She
Um,
like
she,
she showed she can do action stuff too. Like, yeah.
Apparently, I mean, I've been out the Fast and Furious game for a while, but apparently she's in the Fast and Furious franchise, and I didn't even know that. And then of
I've
course
never
we got
seen.
Hiroyuki Sanada.
I
Me and Spencer
mean,
always call him Scorpion, bro.
yeah.
Everything he touched.
Yeah, bro. When I saw him, honestly, he gave me the stamp of approval. Like when I saw it was him, I
Yeah,
was like, oh yeah, we good. We in good hands. Like it's gonna be top tier level stuff. And like, and I love that like we've had 5 episodes, but none of them felt like fluff episodes. None of them felt like, oh, okay, let's just use this episode to get from one place to another. Like everything has meaning. Every death has
yeah.
meaning. You know what I mean? Like you really like fearing for people's lives because you know, like they taking people like when they boiled the one dude.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that
bro,
was raw. I ain't never
that
seen
was
something like that.
ever, bro. Like, and he was just just listening to the screams. I was just like, what is going
Bro,
on? So
that dude is sick.
that dude is really sick, bro. But it just tells you like the level of brutality of that time. And like
Yeah,
that the fact that they didn't pull punches, that's what gives you the Game of Thrones vibes. Like they don't they're playing very accurate to the time that was in.
yeah.
Um so yeah, man, it's top tier stuff.
I
The
would say
acting is
even
crazy.
oh yeah, even dude, even before so on episode one, even before we get to like the bull point, like they're walking through the village, and I think that dude, some random villager, like did like the cross sign to him, and the dude straight cut him in half.
Yeah.
I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, like my heart was like, oh shoot, like
Yeah. That was like the
he just
first
cut
kill
that
of the
dude.
show. Yeah.
Yeah,
That we saw.
that was that was crazy. No,
Yeah,
it's
bro.
dude, the show has been beautiful, and also just think about like John Blackthorne and his crew, like they literally came sailing across the seas trying to
Hmm.
find Japan,
Right.
and they literally get there, and then the first thing they do, they're just like attacked, thrown in the cellar, and then like just basically they're prisoners at that point.
Yeah, yeah. I love that part of it because obviously I love the Japanese history part of it, but I love that they're showing like the level that the church would go, either the Catholic Church or the Portuguese and all that, like the level they would go to try to convert people. So this, in this case,
Yeah,
the Portuguese was trying to trick Japanese by setting up new spots and converting certain samurai, turning them into ronins, and like, and obviously Japanese don't want that. Like they're trying to do good business, and the Portuguese are trying to slide something under them. And
yeah,
so it's just really cool to see that part of it.
yeah,
The
and
little
it's
the politics of it all.
yeah, and that's I was gonna say like that's a really good thing. Like when even when they're just like talking, like you see like the Catholic Church kind of talking and kind of behind the scenes thing. Like I enjoyed seeing all that stuff. Like that
Yeah.
stuff was like really good to see. And even when we first met what's the Portuguese dude who speaks Spanish? What does he call him?
Is it the dude that was on the ship that was running the ship?
Yeah, I can't think of his
Yeah,
name. I love him, and when John like are just talking, like they're both just talking crap to each other, like
yeah,
it was good. I like their kind of little relationship that they have forming.
yeah.
I don't know why I can't think of his dude's name.
I can't either. I feel like I've
Oh,
seen him in.
Rodriguez. Rodriguez.
Yeah. Okay. I've seen him in. That's it. Yeah, that's right. Nestor Cardinal or something like that. Yeah, he's great in everything he's in. And yeah, just that banter back and forth was great. Um,
Yeah.
and he was about to snitch on him, low key.
No,
Basically did.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he let him pass those, like especially so the episode where they were both trying to get the edge on the ship. He paid him
Yeah,
back though. Like
that's true.
he paid him back.
You know what was shocking to me? Well, I know we're jumping around, but like when what's my guy, the samurai who is uh Mariko's husband,
Yes.
when he sacrificed himself, bro, I was like, oh, he a real one. Like that's just what they did in Japanese culture. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean, that was honorable to just off yourself or go out like a warrior. You know what I mean? I wasn't expecting him to do that. I thought he was gonna do some wild shit. You know, he just wasn't giving off good person vibes. So that was crazy.
Yeah. All right. So you just mentioned we kind of jumped around a little bit. Let's kind of talk about just each episode just for a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh Episode one, like I said, that one started off fantastic. We got to see all the characters. We got to kind of see the world and everything. What did you think
Hmm.
about kind of meeting these characters for the first time? What did you think?
I thought it was really good. I thought it was they did a really good job of like setting up Osaka as like the main place, right? Like
Yeah.
and they kind of set the stakes early, like, oh, okay, he's basically a prisoner within the castle. He's politicking right now. He's the ruler of a different place, but he's in the capital which he doesn't really have as
Yeah.
much say in. And they kind of tell you that they like speed you up really fast. Like sometimes with shows like this, it can get real complicated. So the fact that they like sped you up pretty quick lets you know that the what's one basically the emperor just died, and so that's why all this stuff is starting. The
Yeah, I think it's something with
Taiku,
a T. Yeah, it's something with a
Taiku,
T. I can't remember what
yeah,
it was.
he died, so that's why like the council's involved and all this stuff. So they're trying to find the heir, and then unfortunately that baby and had to die because one dude pulled
Oh
it. Like it was
yeah,
bad.
I felt bad for her. Like
Yeah,
she
I was like,
literally lost her baby and her husband.
yeah, I was like, she can't catch a break early. But no, like episode one, we all knew it kind of that's the job of episode one is to set the stakes, let you know what's going on. I thought it did a great job of that.
Yeah.
And they don't make Blackthorn somebody you like automatically root for. Like he's kind of asshole. So like
Yeah.
that's nice too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then
what'd you think?
so I really enjoyed episode one. Like you said, it really brought you into this world. It gave you like enough like almost shock factor to like kind of keep you pulled in.
Yeah,
But then it also kind of gives you like more of a backstory to that, to like some of the history, like as far as when we see Blackthorn kind of trying to plead his case to the Japanese people, and then like
yeah,
he gets mad because obviously neither side knows what they're saying. They're two
yeah,
completely different cultures. So he like, grabs his nuts and is like, said whatever he said, and then a dude like basically kicked him over and peed on him. So like it
yeah.
brought the shock factor in. I was like, oh shoot, like they ain't playing.
Yeah, he was wild a little bit. I'm like, you're in a foreign country. You just talking wild. Like, you ain't got no weapons, nothing. They took all your stuff. That's crazy.
I'm still curious to see. I mean, we kind of know John's kind of ulterior motive, but
Right.
I'm still trying to understand his ulterior motive. Like, what is he really doing there for the Europeans? Like, what is he really doing?
Like, I guess, yeah, they haven't like dove super into it. I guess his goal is to stop the Catholic Church from doing what they're doing, the Portuguese,
Right.
but he hasn't like super dove into it yet. So yeah, you're right. Like seeing like what his motives are, and once he gets his ship, like what is his goal from that point?
Right, because
It's
he
gonna be
keeps trying to
interesting.
get back to that ship and his crew.
Yeah,
Obviously, he wants his crew because those are his boys, but
yeah, exactly.
he's still trying to get back to the ship.
Right, right. Um, What'd you think about episode two, Servants of Two Masters?
Yeah, so episode two, that one's real good because this is the same episode where he meets the priest basically in the prison, right? Or was that still episode one?
No, I think that's right.
Because
I
like
think
the
it's right.
okay, yeah, because the priest was like, you need to like basically you see that dude get his head chopped off first of all, but
Yeah.
then he's John is like next, so then he's like, yo, you need to pray, and he's like, no,
Hmm.
nah, forget this, I'm gonna save myself, and so like now John is almost starting to like play a little bit of the game that
Hmm.
everyone else is playing, and like I like seeing that come out more, and then plus we get to talk with Miracle a little bit more, and
Yep.
start to kind of see her backstory as well.
Yeah. I thought that was great. Um, that's kind of when she kind of steps up more as a character. I thought it was great to see like, and like you said, like we got to see this is kind of the episode where we really got to see the background of like, oh, okay, so there's council members working with the Catholic Church, the
Right.
Portuguese to, you know what I mean, to move and shake things. And then they tried to assassinate
Oh
what
yeah,
did
they try to get
Anji?
the yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. They nicknamed him.
the
That was
one thing
crazy.
the one thing I do love about the show, and I'm always a sucker for this. If the good guy is smart, I love it. Like when like Batman, people like that, where you're not catching them off guard. They're not just the dumb fall for any trick. Like Toranaga knew, okay, I'm gonna put you in my quarters. That way, if
Yeah.
anybody comes for you, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna sleep in your quarters. And if anybody comes for me, I know they're trying to assassinate Anji, you know, the barbarian. So I'm
Yeah.
like that was a smart tactical move that I like. He did it throughout the series, but that type
Oh,
of
he's
stuff I
very
love.
smart.
Yeah.
He's very smart. I mean, we get to see this is the same episode where I think it's the same episode where he gets into the box basically, like they're transporting,
Yeah, I
and
think
then
that's
they think it's the pregnant woman,
yeah,
but it's not.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that starts in to start the move, and that we can move to episode three because that's when he figures that out, and then they start leaving the city of Osaka, and then people figure
Yeah.
it out, start chasing them, and then that's when they get you know the sacrifice in the boat. But yeah, like he's always two steps ahead, which I really like.
Now,
Uh,
what do you think about man, I don't know how to say his name. I keep Tobinaga, Todanobu. Like, so basically the other bad guy, he's not the, I can't tell if he's bad or good, but basically he's the one who kind of freed John Blackthorne and was like called him the dog and everything. He's also kind of the first person that we met in Ito when he like pushed him over and peed on him and everything.
oh, him.
Uh
Yeah. So
I
he's
can't
the
tell,
dude
I
that.
can't tell what he's after.
Yeah. So you're talking about the dude that forced Toranaga's son to use the cannons. They like tricked him to use the cannons.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, no,
Him.
no, no, wait, no, wait. You talking about that son?
Yeah. I'm talking about. Yeah. Are you talking about the older guy that like Toranaga's like playing like, yo, you playing both
Yeah, yeah,
sides?
yeah. Yes,
Okay.
that dude. What do you think about that dude?
Yabu. I think it's Yabu. He's interesting. I kind of like that he's playing both sides, and like it's wild that he's like talking trash about Toranaga like in open air, like open space.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Bro,
like,
in his
shouldn't
own
you get?
city. Like he's in
Yeah,
Edo talking to basically his nephew. And he's
yeah.
like talking all this shit. Like, bro, your nephew literally go say one thing and then that's it for you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I didn't understand. I'm like, bro, if one person catches this, Toranaga could murder you right here. Like, and he is.
Yeah.
But no, it's a really good character because he's like playing both sides, and he's been put in some tough positions. I ain't gonna lie. Toranaga got him doing some stuff. It's like, okay, this is clearly gonna make Ishido pissed off, like, and the council
Yeah.
pissed off. So yeah. Um yeah, I'm not a fan
Oh,
of him at all.
I'm still trying to figure out his motives. But speaking of the council, dude, that one dude is ugly. That
Bro,
dude who got, I forgot what disease he got. What did he have again?
he got is it leprosy?
Oh, leprosy. Yes, bro.
Yeah, I want to
That
say
dude going
leprosy.
through it. Yeah, you're right. Nah, he going through it. It was funny.
But
I had to watch every episode twice. I watched the
mm,
original episode like with the Japanese and everything, and then when my wife watches it, it's crazy. I didn't know they had this, but they have it in dub. So
yeah,
it's
they
like
do.
when two Japanese people are talking to each other, they speak
Yeah.
English, which is weird. But then they
Oh,
still speak
really?
Japanese to like the white people. Yeah, to like John, they still speak Japanese. You got to read it still. But I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
like,
that's like,
why they do that? But
yeah. That's funny though. Yeah, I mean, the to finish up episode 3 though, the ship scenes was really cool to see, like, you know what I mean, him let him pass, and to see really, I mean, that was just Blackthorn just being like, no, I'm not about to, you're not about to just take me, like, I'm taking my shit, like,
yeah. Oh,
so
that was messed up. They was like, yeah, we got to leave you behind. I'm just like,
yeah.
yo, my
I
guy
thought,
literally got y'all to this point.
yeah, I thought Toranaga was gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna pull a little trick here, I'll make a deal, but I'm gonna pull a trick. He was like, nah, like, you're literally staying with them. So yeah, I did love the dive scene at the end. I thought that was cool. Like, that was really good. That was a good, to where like Toranaga made him keep diving back in the water, keep diving back in the
Yeah.
water. That was, I like that scene a
He was
lot.
trying to tire him out. It's funny
Yeah,
because like he was like, hey, you better not let him win. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna let him win.
yeah, exactly. Um,
How
but
tired you
yeah,
think he was though?
oh, bro, come on, that's a lot. Like, that's a, I know
Yeah,
he was tired, and they didn't show what shore they was going to, but it seemed far away.
bro. Yeah,
Um,
I was like, bro, they're about to spend like 14 miles out there.
yeah, yeah. What do you think about the eightfold fence?
Is it
Um,
episode 4?
episode 4.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh wait. Just went back up one more time.
Okay.
When John Blackthorne is explaining like how the world works and like how the Portuguese was able to take
Oh
over everything,
yeah,
I love that scene so
that
much.
was great when he was like drawing the
Like he
map.
dropped knowledge. Yeah, bro, he dropped so much
Yeah,
knowledge on them, and they was pissed.
they was hot, bro. You could see Toranaga like shaking, like he was hot. He was like,
Yeah,
it was like draw a map. He was like, oh, I'll just draw right here. Boom, 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 boom. Like, put every like place they're doing it. They've converted certain Japanese samurai. They're Ronins now, working for them, and they were shocked. It was just like,
yeah,
man, that was a good scene. You're right.
yeah. Nah, yeah, I really love that one. But yeah, episode 4 though. I mean, obviously we had that crazy ending, but before that, bro, we saw Miracle's husband basically get taken out. What we think he got
Yeah,
taken out,
yeah,
bro. She slept with John. I'm like, bro, ain't even been on the
bro,
ground 2 days. And she moved on. I was like, oh man.
bro. She was waiting for that man to catch an L. She was
Oh
like,
yeah,
as
bro.
soon as you die, I'm hopping on.
when they was in the bath, when John was in the bath, he was in that
Yeah,
water, and she pulls up on him. I was like, "Yo, what's she doing?" I was like,
yeah,
are they about to do this right now?" And also to mention episode 4, his the girl who husband died, who now she's like
yeah.
the servant for him, bro.
Mhm.
She was pissed she had to do that job, but
Oh,
she pulled
she
them
was
guns
hot.
up.
But hey,
Yeah,
she was
she
a
had
real
those
one.
guns though. She
She was a
was.
real one. She was like, hey, like, pulled the gun out. Like, she was a real one. You could see why, like people would want her. And I'm glad that like that they didn't make him like a straight asshole. Like he treats her well. He understands. Like she gave him his swords out of like an exchange.
Yeah,
That was dope. And like he doesn't bed her. He doesn't do anything with her like to disrespect her, which I like.
yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, I mean, come on, I don't blame him. Like, I don't
I don't
blame him at
either.
all. I mean, I
I would
pulled
do
the
the same
trigger as
thing.
well. But I mean, low key though, he didn't do anything. Like, he was in his bed asleep. She pulled up. You know what I mean? 3 in the morning.
Because he
You know
finally
what I'm
got
saying?
that. What's crazy is I wonder if she would did it soon. Because remember, he got a bath that first time, all right.
Yeah,
And then on that one episode, she's like, "Oh, you want to get another bath?" And he's like, "What? I just had a bath 2 days ago. I'm good." She's like,
yeah,
"What?"
that's
So
right. I
she's
forgot
probably
about
looking
that.
at him then, and then she's nah, I probably a little bit too dirty. So as soon as he got in that bath, she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going in for the kill."
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but no, she put up 3 a.m. in the morning. Like, hey, man, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? Your senses
Bro,
aren't
I ain't
all
gonna
right.
lie. I rewinded that part because he was talking to her. He's like, "Hang on, wait. You just let that slide? Like you my girl. You just gonna let this other girl do it?" And she's like, "That was a gift." I was
Oh
like, "Yeah,
yeah, that was a
that's a
good scene.
gift." So yeah, I had that because I rewound. I was like, "Wait, who did he actually sleep with?" I was like, "Did he get confused on who he slept with?" I
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, okay. She gave him a gift, huh?"
little gift. Yeah, didn't want to spoil it too much for the other one too. You know what I mean? I was like, dang
Yeah,
man, she playing a get. That's a real one. That's a real side chick. Don't mess up the game for the other main chick. Yeah,
it's not like she wanted to do it anyway.
yeah, exactly.
But
But you mentioned the
also,
end of this episode.
oh yeah. Oh, wait. Before we get to the end, because that end was crazy.
Yeah.
Toranaga pulling up. He had all his thousands of people there.
Oh
They was all
yeah,
screaming his name. I was like, "Oh yeah, he that guy.
that was
He's that
fire.
guy."
That was fire. Yeah, that was really good. That was a lot of samurai too.
Yeah, and then obviously John is like teaching them how to use cannons. So I was
Yeah,
like, well, first of all, he was already bullshitting. He's like trying to tell them, "Well, I was in the war," and then they was like,
yeah,
"Wait a minute, you ain't never been in no battle, huh?"
yeah. They smelled it, bro. Like, you ain't never caught no bodies.
Yeah,
You know what I mean,
but yeah, they got to using the chain cannon, and then the sun.
bro?
Oh man, he
Bro, he
messed
fell
up.
for the okey doke. Dude was like, well, maybe you should, take care of it. Blah blah blah. He's like, I'll do it. I'll take care of it. That was cold though, because like
It
obviously
was.
you don't see the cannon on the other side, so
Mm-mm.
like him just facing off, I'm like, oh, you got to catch the hands with this dude, and then
That's what I thought at
boom,
first,
yeah, and the dude just splatters. I was like, oh snap!
bro. Dude, the horse, all of it.
All of it was
I
just
was like,
meshed together, bro. Like,
mm,
yeah, I do like the fact that like they made it clear that like this is brand new for the Japanese people. Like they're used to honor, hand to hand combat. You know what I mean? Swords. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
he was just like, "You're savages." You know what I mean by using this type of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing on this episode. In the beginning, when John pulled out the gun, okay, so we know that he had two basically sawed-off shotguns. Bro, it was like five of those dudes. He only had two shots before you got to get the gun the pellets out and reload. I was like, bro, they could
Yeah,
have took him down. He would have took
yeah,
out two of them, but they could have took him down.
yeah. I was gonna say somebody would have lost their life, but he definitely would have got cut up. Pretty easy actually.
Yeah. Then episode 5, in the beginning, we see Toranaga pull up, thousands more people.
Yeah.
And then Miracle's husband's there. I was like, oh man, she out
Bro,
here looking stupid.
it felt like, bro, one of them World Star videos where the husband walk in on him cheating. I
Yeah,
was
bro.
like,
That was an episode of Cheaters. He put the camera in and everything.
yeah, I was like, oh. And that dude looked scary just off rip. But then he had like scars and stuff on his face. I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, he wild. That's a wild man to be able to survive that. He had to do some wild stuff, I'm sure.
Bro, Toranaga said it was only 2 people left over. Like, it's like,
Yeah,
bro, they was in there banging for a long time.
bro, it was a lot of people going after him too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was amazing. The whole bro, man, the whole like bird, uh, him putting it on the hook on the outside. First of all, I was like, why are you doing that? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Um, like it was getting flies and all kind of stuff. And then the fact that they included that little scene where the gardener was moving the rocks, putting it how you want to put it, had a nice little exchange with Blackthorn. And I'm like, oh, that's a nice little moment. Not thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna be sad about this later on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For him to die. But it honestly it meant something though, because it meant that like, you know, what you say in your house goes. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people don't put emotion over rules. They care about rules over emotion. So that was really good. Um the earthquake scene was dope. That was really good.
Yeah, because we get the first kind of sight of it in episode 4. Kind of
Yeah.
earthquakes popped up.
Hmm.
And then, yeah, episode 5.
Yeah, bro. It's just the bro. He would have died. Like Toranaga would have died if they wouldn't have put him out of that.
Yeah. I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
there's a couple times like honestly, I was like, I don't know how people survived back then. Like,
Yeah,
bro, this that was a whole tough lifestyle. Like, you was a 40, you was an old man. You made it 40,
yeah,
you made it 50, you was a grandpa. Like, that's a tough time period.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I like that Toranaga stripped his son of canon duty, based off his stupid decisions. Um,
Which he should have.
absolutely. Did you like the it was a few like funny moments in this episode. Like I remember Ishido. I want to know, did you think it was weird? Remember when Ishido was talking to the council and then the other council members they brought that thing in. Somebody, one of the maids, whatever, the ladies brought in this little thing that was like smoke and stuff was coming from it. And then the other
Yeah.
council member starts coughing. Remember, he just like
Oh
uncontrollably
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
coughing,
Yeah.
coughing, coughing. And then the other dude with the leprosy had to leave because he was coughing too. I was like, what is that? Like, what is, they didn't address it at all.
You know what? I didn't even think about it. Like, I remember watching them coughing and everything, but I didn't think
Yeah.
about it just because she brought it in. I
Yeah. Like,
wonder,
I was like,
could
is that?
be some type of poison maybe for later.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Okay, and I mean, it made me nothing, but it was just they lingered on it for a little bit too. I was like, this is
Yeah.
interesting to keep in the show. Um, but the funny part, I guess, is when Blackthorn and the husband were obviously having the meal, and they both were drinking and trying to best each other drinking. That was good. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah.
I found out something interesting about the series as a whole. I
Mhm.
didn't know it's only going to be one season.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Limited.
That is true because apparently the book is really long. I thought about so I like to do audiobooks and I was about to get the audiobook. It's
Hmm.
45 hours long. So like
Jeez.
I know that is a massive because most of the books I listen to are around like 12 to 16 hours.
Hmm.
And to see 45, I was like, oh, I know this is a massive book. So it
Yeah.
kind of sucks that we're only going to get one season. And I really hope they just said that and like they see how good it's doing and they just extend it because there's no reason that this couldn't be some Game of Thrones type thing.
Oh, easily, bro. Like you can do airs, you can do all kind of stuff to do with this. And so yeah, I remember seeing limited series. I was like, damn, like I hope it's just too quality. And I mean, like you said, FX is cooking. Like
Yeah.
they cooking over there. And like it would just be nice. And even if it's not Shogun season two, give us something similar. Give us something in this like word historical thing. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
because it's just so much to play with, so much to work with. Um, yeah, yeah.
So right now, first 5 episodes, what are you giving it out of 10?
I gotta give it. Man, I might give it 10, bro. I don't even do tens. I'm usually a 9, 8. I gotta give it a 10. Like it's everything I wanted it to be and more. So yeah. What about you?
I'm right there with you. Like this is hard not to say 10. Like this first 5 episodes is like it's perfect. Like to me, like
Hmm.
I don't. There's nothing I would change right now. First 5 episodes, like
Exactly.
there's nothing right now I can see. Now we still got 5 more episodes. They could still
Hmm.
fumble it, but kind of with the quality that we're seeing so far, I don't see that happening.
Right. Yeah, the same. Like it's just too detailed. It seemed like they got a plan. It seemed every episode, no, there's no fillers. Everything looks like it's moving towards something. Looks like we're gonna moving towards a grand battle, like a big battle
Yeah,
at the end, maybe with Ishido and Toranaga. So yeah, um, we'll see. But yeah, like 10, like you said, there's nothing I would change. There's nothing I would take out, put back in, nothing like that. So it's hard to it's hard to find 10. Like you don't see tens, but so far this is show of the year.
yeah. And I thought about looking at the Rotten Tomatoes, but I was like, do you think it's fair if I look at it now, since it's only 5 episodes? Like I'm sure the critics have probably got to finish it, but us as
Yeah,
the audience haven't. Think we
right.
should
Yeah,
wait for that, or
we
you
can
want to
wait.
try to take a little
We can
guess?
wait
Okay.
for the final. Yeah, when we finally review the whole thing as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I'm excited for this one. And I'm loving every episode so far.
Yeah, I would. Anybody out there who hasn't seen it, I know people who listen to this, you probably seen it, but I would suggest this to anybody who hasn't. Like, this is a suggest type of show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is. I remember with Game of Thrones. Like, I was like, George, you got to watch Game of Thrones. You got to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just one of them shows where even if they're not into it, just it's so good, something's gonna catch your eye. You know what I mean? It's just too good not to. So
Yeah.
definitely
Um,
recommend.
I just really wish they continue it. Like take off the limited series. Let's just go in and make it a full series.
This is
Imagine if they finished it and HBO was like, we'll pick it up from here.
Yeah, that would be fire.
Oh, bro, that'd
That
be
would be
fire.
fire. I would be say this is so good that if it continues being this good, if this comes out on physical DVD, I gotta grab it. I gotta grab it.
Yeah, I would love to see like all the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, I gotta grab it, man. Just something you gotta have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. And I'm sure everyone who's listening to this, I'm sure they agree too. Like I haven't met a single person. I recommended it to multiple people. They came back to me and said this was a great recommendation.
Yeah,
So
same here, man. But folks, again, if you have any thoughts on the show, yeah, hit us up on the socials. You know what I mean? Hit us on the Instagram, the Twitter, Facebook group. Let us know what you think about Shogun so far. And if you would rate it a 10 out of 10 or what rating you would give it. So, yeah, hit us up. We're always glad to hear your feedback. But until next time, Jordan, we out.
Excellent meeting, sirs, exquisite as always. The briefing is now adjourned.